obviously, you know, it's a reason why I'm choosing to stream on Kick. This is obviously business. This has nothing to do with, oh, I'm BFFs with Eddie.
DDG just said something on stream that should terrify the Twitch executive. And it wasn't a diss, it wasn't drama, it was way worse than that. It was the truth. He explained out loud in front of his own audience exactly why the biggest streamers in the world keep walking away from Twitch. And once you hear it exactly the way he said it, you won't be able to unhear it. So in this video, I'm breaking down 3 things. 1, what DDG actually said and why it matters more than people realize. 2, the receipts, because Kick has spent over $250 million proving DDG's point, and I'm gonna show you the exact numbers. And 3, the part no one's talking about. DDG, XQC, Aiden, all of them, they're not just streamers anymore. They're leverage in the war that they don't even have full control in. So stick with me, because by the end of this video, you're gonna see the entire streaming industry completely different. Now let's get into it.
Everybody switching to Kick really made me like wanna like stream. Like, even though I don't think I'm ever doing no in real life stream. Y'all could cut. Y'all listen, don't ask for that. Don't expect it. None of that. I'm not streaming where I'm at 24/7. I don't give a fuck what the fuck y'all paying me. Actually, I kind of do, but they ain't paying me a lot. But listen, most of the time I'm think I'm cool with streaming, but it's like with Kick, it's like Kick seem like that's a real freedom. It's a real like a place where people could just do them. You know what I'm saying? And they like, it's crazy.
It's a reason why I'm
choosing
to
I don't understand all the
Kick.
details.
This is obviously business. This has nothing to do with, oh, I'm BFFs with Eddie, or I would like to be. I wish we was BFFs. Maybe I come to Australia, come kick it with you, Eddie. But it's not because, oh, you know, Aiden, oh, I know people on this thing, blah, blah, blah. It's just like, it's a little different when you can actually reach and talk to the people that is running the platform that you streaming on. You feel me?
Yeah.
I got like a Twitch rep and shit like that. That's cool, but it's like when it comes to helping with shit, whether it's like, say I do like a big production, or I do a hit-a-thon, or I do an Argue My Ball, for instance. I'm not gonna do that, by the way. We already explained we're not doing Argue My Ball. But if let's just say I was to do Argue My Ball, or let's just say DDG, Squid Games, whatever the fuck, right? I want to do something that costs fucking $500,000 or some shit like that.
Right. They can fund that.
Kick don't help.
Right. They'll fund that.
Twitch, they ain't helping. You feel me?
Okay, cool. I'll give you 100,000. Just make sure you promote this, promote that, and that's what I feel like is where Kick wins at. You feel me? Because Kick seem like they more like a supportive. Like, see, that's the problem I always had with YouTube, and I guess Twitch is the same. I'm not experienced on Twitch. Listen, y'all, YouTube and Meta might owe you up to $1,000 if you or your child grew up on social media. If you or your child spent years growing up on social media and experienced serious mental health issues, you should hear this. Recently, a jury just ordered Meta and YouTube to pay millions for their role in designing and promoting addictive platforms. They know that their apps can cause anxiety, depression, or body image issues, but they never shared those risks with us. They never made us sign anything that we knew the risk. They just maximized their profits. And the recent historic verdict underscores the consequences of those decisions. But you better not worry. Morgan & Morgan is stepping up to hold these platforms accountable for the harm that they have caused. Click the link in my bio to take a very short questionnaire quiz, because you might be entitled to a potential recovery of over $1,000. Like that, but YouTube, I always had a problem with, like, why we don't get no support? Why we don't get no, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just, it's like they got minimal support now where you can email a motherfucker and they can tell you some bullshit about some strategies. That's for people who ain't been on YouTube. But somebody who got 800+ K like me, bro, it's like, bro, like, I need somebody that can help me, gang. YouTube can't help you do shit. They don't help you get sponsorships. You know what I'm saying? They don't help you fund no projects. They don't help you promote shit. They don't help you do nothing, nigga. Nothing at all. You feel me? And we just kind of on this bitch figuring it out ourselves, making them rich as hell.
I don't know if Kick help everybody. I don't know if they're gonna help everybody, but if it makes sense for their platform, you know, they're gonna help. They're gonna put in some money and shit. It's just like, I feel like with Twitch, they just so big right now, or they, you know, they the main streaming platform or whatever. They not thinking about the little things in terms of like having clippers or like helping their biggest creators or you know, doing shit like that. It's like, you're being put on the front page is cool or whatever, but it's like, niggas is spending money to split money. You feel me? Like niggas a motherfucking do a subathon, get 100,000 subs, make $500,000-$600,000 or whatever, and spend money to do the subathon to give money to the platform. I think it should just be like a better a better creator to platform relationship where, you know, they're helping a little more. You feel me? Because this shit ain't cheap, bro. It ain't no easy entry into trying to be a big streamer. This shit costs a lot, bro. Like streaming, traveling, all this shit add up. It ain't no cheap thing. You feel me? So when you doing this shit and you like breaking bread with the platform, it's like,
that's why a lot of people be like, a lot of people think like streaming, don't get me wrong, you will make a lot of money. Like, for example, DDG, Adrian Broner, Dean the Great. You make a lot of money, but y'all don't pay attention to what they spend, bro. They paying for security. They paying for clippers. They paying for drinks every day. They traveling every day. They paying for vans. They paying for the hoes to get in the club. You know what I'm saying? Shit, nigga. It might cost them. Let's say they going to LA. Shit, it's gonna cost them $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 just to be in LA, just to get there. You know what I'm saying? Niggas getting money. We don't want to sit in no economy seat from Miami all the way to LA. That's a 5-hour flight damn near or something like that. No, I want to sit in first class. That first class ticket, $3,000, $4,000. You know what I'm saying? Now you do that for yourself. You gotta pay for your security to get there, or you gotta pay for security when you get there. That's not cheap. You probably pay $400-$500 a day, $1,000 a day for a security guard. You might need 2 security. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay your cameraman. Okay, cool. You gotta pay for the hotel. You gotta pay for the cameraman. Gotta have somewhere to sleep. He gotta fly out there with you. You see what I'm saying? Then when you get there, you going over here. You gotta get a black truck or a van. You gotta get the drinks. You go to the club. You might get an extra few thousand from the club, but you still gotta do this. You gotta go to the boxing place. You might have to rent that out. Like, it costs money, gang, and that's before you gotta clip. You gotta pay for clippers to make sure you stay famous and stay relevant. You know what I'm saying? And it seemed like Kick is offering more support for you. Like, hey, let me make your life a little bit easier. You're going to make a little bit less, but your life is going to be way easier. That's what it seemed like is going on with Kick.
What I can do is, like, you know.
And I don't know,
put a little bit of effort into promoting the motherfucker. You feel me? So, you know, I don't know. That's just what I've been thinking. But we'll see.
All right, let me translate what DDG just said in plain English. He's not saying Kick is better because Eddie is his friend. What he's saying is, when you're a top streamer, you don't need a rep, you need a partner. And the way he described it is wild if you actually listen. He said, and I want you guys to really sit with this. He said, when you do a subathon, when you grind for thousands of subs and pull in $400,000 or $500,000, you then have to spend that same money on the next event, literally giving money to the platform that's already taken half your subs. His exact words was, niggas is spending money to split the money. And the sad part is that one line is the entire creator economy in one sentence in 2026. Because here's what nobody's explaining when they talk about streaming. A top tier production stream, let's just say DDG throws out a $500,000 budget for a DDG Squid Games type event. And I'm not exaggerating. That's how much it costs. Of money, set design, talent, travel, crew, insurance, permits. So now do the math. You just dropped $500,000. You pulling in massive viewership. Twitch takes 50% of every sub. Standard 50%? Split is 50-50. Even the premium of 70-30 is by invite only. And you have to actually average at least 100 concurrent viewers for 6 months straight. And here's the kicker. That 70-30 only applies to the first 100,000 that you earn. After that, you go back to 50-50. So Twitch
they scamming. I ain't gonna lie, they over. See, I didn't know that. Y'all teaching me about the show. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. What? Okay, so if you averaging 100 viewers, you got to average at least 100 to make really kind of like any money for real. So you got to average 100 viewers, and then they got to invite you, but they still might not invite you. So then they got to invite you to the 730, but then you only get 70% of the first 100,000. What? So you gotta make like 130,000. You feel me? 120-some thousand for you to get 100,000, and then once you make the 100,000 and go right back to 50-50. Them niggas is, oh my god. Twitch sitting back ain't doing a damn thing. They just letting you. Like, the one thing I learned about business is you gotta find ways to get paid for not doing shit. That's what Twitch did. They put themselves in a position to the point where they can literally just get paid for not. Whoever owns Twitch doesn't have to work another day in his life. You got to think about Uber. Think about DoorDash. Think about Uber Eats. Think about Airbnb. Airbnb don't own no apartments. They getting rich as hell. They are so rich. You own the apartment. You just use Airbnb to get the sale and all that. Uber, they don't own no cars, bro. You own the cars. They don't even really have no employees. That you go do the work. We just take a percentage off everything. Uber Eats, we ain't picking up no Uber Eats, DoorDash. We not picking up no food. My company don't pick up no food. We just is a platform that, like, the middleman, bro. The middleman. I teach y'all some business sauce. The middleman will almost always prevail, bro. Because if I can become the middleman between the streamer and the viewer, oh, I could take 50% of your shit and ain't nothing you can do about it. And you gonna keep coming on here, and they probably make Twitch, and you gotta think they taking a percentage of your ads too. The Twitch probably make 50 million a month for some crazy shit.
Taking half your subs on your biggest stream of the year. What are they doing in return? According to DDG, absolutely nothing. No production help, no promotion, no partnership. Just a rep named Sam who picks up the phone when you get banned. Now compare that to Kick. Let's talk about some numbers that Kick has presented to the table.
Because I'm gonna be honest, if I'm Twitch or Kick and I have a DDG or a Kai Cenat, it's like, hey bro, don't even worry about. I don't even want you to worry about this set. You tell me whatever you want to do, and I will pay for all of it. And I'm going to put sponsored by Twitch everywhere. Hey, we're going to need you to promote this, promote that, promote this. I'll make my money back over here. But what I value the most, if I'm Twitch, if I'm the owner of Twitch, what I value the most is you bringing me more money. So I have no problem spending my $300,000-$400,000 to sponsor your event. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I'm going to make sure you get subs now. I'm going to put you on the front page. I'm going to put you on the suggested section more and more and more. I'm going to push you. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Because if I push you, I get more money in return. See, what Kick is doing is Kick is becoming like the label for streamers. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, don't worry about studio time. Don't worry about music videos. Nigga, you get your ass in there and rap. I'm going to help you blow up, and in return, you blowing up, you going to get richer, and I'm going to get richer. That's what's really supposed to be going on. Maybe not for everybody, but for people who actually have, like, the Phantoms and the DDGs and the, you know what I'm saying? Those are the people I feel like need more support.
2023, XQC, $100 million, 2-year non-exclusive contract. He didn't even have to leave Twitch. Just look at Aiden Ross alone. Aiden Ross won't disclose the actual number, but he said he's paid 5 figures, somewhere between $10,000 to $100,000 per hour. Aiden Ross even revealed that Kick CEO Eddie once offered IShowSpeed and Kai Cenat combined of $140 million for 1 year. $140 million just for 1 year. And as we all know, Kai Cenat turned that down.
So I get what he's saying right here. I get what he's saying. I just remember this conversation. I'll never forget this convo I had with Eddie.
I wouldn't have turned that shit. I mean, I would. I'm not gonna say I would have just signed it because it's money, but shit, I need to start streaming today, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Today. Just today. And I've been thinking about getting a warehouse. Or like some type of office, some type of studio, even if it's like a second house, and just streaming with me and my man G-Dot, just doing crazy streams, you know, not every day, but maybe 3-4 times a week for a few hours a day. You know what I'm saying? Go over there, lock in, get the streaming shit, and just have a little bit more fun with what I'm doing. I've been thinking about that. I think I'm gonna do that too. I think I'm gonna do it. Have special guests, shit like that.
I have like $140 million for you, Speed and Kai. You get this shit done, you guys, 140 M's for you guys for the first year.
For the first year.
If this shit works, we'll re-sign you guys.
Shit.
And that's no gambling, by the way. That was no gambling. If someone did the math on that, 140 divided by 3, I don't fucking know what that is.
Let me see. 140 divided by 3, 14 divided by 3. That's, I don't know what that is. Because 14 divided by 2 is 7. So I would imagine that it's about, what, 3? So they would have got $35 million. Let's do the math on that. I like doing math in my head sometimes. 140 divided by 3. Oh, no, they would have got 46. So what's 14 divided by 3? 4.6. Okay, so that makes sense. Yeah, 4.6. So they would have got $46 million a piece. Fuck.
And that's no gambling, I swear. No.
But the point is, Kick is willing. Twitch never even came across
Never even
that
thought about that
conversation.
shit,
Here's
right.
what I actually want to talk about. Because this isn't a Twitch versus Kick video. This is a creator economy video. There's a model shift happening across every platform right now. And streamers are the first ones feeling it. The old model, we call it the landlord model. It was simple. Platforms build the building. You rent a room. They take 30 to 50% off everything you make in that room. And exchange, they give you foot traffic, eyeballs, discovery. And that worked when the platform was the only building in town. But here's the thing. When DDG goes live, his audience follows him, not Twitch. They follow him to Kick. They follow him to YouTube. They'll follow him to a Zoom call if he posts the link, which means the landlord doesn't actually own the foot traffic anymore. The creator does. So now we're entering the partner model, where the platform doesn't just rent you space. They invest in your business.
You know what I wonder though, why doesn't Kai Cenat, Speed, Aiden Ross, DDG, XQC, why wouldn't they put their own money together and like start their own platform? That's something that I would think about if I was that big and had that much money. Especially Aiden and Kai and them, like y'all got tens, hundreds of millions of dollars. I would consider starting my own platform. I know Aiden has equity in Kick, which is hard. It's crazy, but
they help you fund your productions. They give you access. They build with you and not on top of you. And right now, Kick is playing the partner game while Twitch is still playing the landlord game. And that's the whole story. But of course, I'll be lying to you guys if I told you Kick is a good guy here, because they're not. Kick is backed by Stake. Stake, as we know, is a crypto gambling site. All that money has to go somewhere. So it goes to the streamers who will bring eyeballs back to their casino. Trainwreck TV said he was paid $360 million over 16 months just to gamble and promote Stake. That's not partnership. That's customer acquisitions with some extra steps. And here's the part that DDG didn't say out loud. When Kicks help you with a $500,000 production cost, they're not doing it because they love you. They're doing it because every viewer they pull from Twitch is a potential gambler. So the big streamers, DDG, XQC, Aiden, they're not just talent, they're leverage. They're being used by one platform to extract the audience from another platform. When another platform comes with a bigger check, they're most likely get used by that platform as well. Kai Cenat is the only one who saw this clearly. He turned down generational money, mainly because he understood the second you sign, the second you stop owning the timeline, somebody else does. That's a level of long-term thinking that most creators don't have. Honestly, is the reason why Kai Cenat most likely is gonna outlast all of them. So here's the takeaway. DDG is right. Twitch is failing their top creators. Kick is filling up that gap. And the whole industry is shifting from landlord to partner, whether the platforms are ready or not. But DDG is also a pawn. So is XQC. So is Aiden. They're all getting paid real generously, but they're also being used as leverage in a war between a sleeping giant and a gambling site. The streamers who win the next decade aren't the ones who pick the best platform. It's the ones that build an audience who follows them to wherever platform they go to. That's the real game. If you made it this far, you're already thinking about this stuff differently than 99% of people. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the official society. Turn on the notifications so you don't miss any of my drops, and hit the like button.
I ain't gonna lie, shout out to Gabe Official. He just broke that shit down the right way.